Good Erev Shabbos. Today is not Friday. It is Erev Shabbos. Hopefully the last Erev Shabbos without music. By next Erev Shabbos, Nachamu Mirtz Hashem will be singing and dancing, welcoming Mashiach, and be together in Yerushalayim. But for now, we still prepare for Shabbos as best we can. We have to create our own music as we count up to be able to celebrate, experience Shabbos together. I want to thank our generous series sponsor for Turn Friday into Erev Shabbos, our dear friends Mindy and Tzipora Fishman, Zchus v'chai Rivka bat Tzipora Fredel, and the memory of Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs, Rav Yaakov Tzvi ben David Aryeh. As I said, this is no ordinary Shabbos. There's no such thing as an ordinary Shabbos. Every Shabbos is unique, is singular. Every Shabbos is special. We are different when we come into Shabbos. The world around us is different. This Shabbos is Shabbos Chazon. Gemara says, if only we can observe two Shabbosos, and the tzaddikim say, which two Shabboses do we need to keep most fully in order to be redeemed? Shabbos Chazon and Shabbos Nachmu. If we understand the Chazon, if we understand the vision of who we could be and what we could be and how we can repair and mold this world, if we understand and lean in and create the reality from the vision of our lives, of our mission, of our purpose, Shabbos Chazon. Chazon is a vision. Not just to see what's on the surface, what's in front of us, but to live with a vision, to see the pneumius, the depth, the vision that can lift us, that can carry us. If we could keep Shabbos Chazon before and Shabbos Nachamu after Tisha B'Av Miyad Nigolan, that in itself would bring the Geula. Shabbos Chazon is a very special time. The Lubliner says that even though in truth every Shabbos we have Raiva Deraivan, Shalashudas time is an Eis Ratzon. Vanis Tfilas Yilach Hashem Eis Ratzon. We say at Mincha. We speak about it at our Shalashudas every single week. Raiva Deraivan, Ratzon Shebritzonos. It's a very auspicious time. It's a time in which Kadosh Baruch Hu, the Almighty, is open and predispositioned to accept our hopes, our tefillos, our prayers. It's the moment before His decision to create the world. It's the moment before creation we can recreate ourselves. But the Lubliner says that this Shabbos Chazon, Kol Shabbos Kula, Hi Raiva Deraivan Eis Ratzon. The whole Shabbos is an Eis Ratzon, not just Mincha time and on. The whole Shabbos is a Eis Ratzon. It's a very special Shabbos, and it's the most important Shabbos. Why? Because we don't have a Beis Hamikdash. Every Shabbos is important. Every Shabbos elevates. Every Shabbos transforms. Every Shabbos is that safe space. Every Shabbos is that place of refuge. Every Shabbos is what reinvents and reinvigorates us. But Shabbos during the 3 weeks, Shabbos during the 9 days, Shabbos Chazon before Tisha B'Av, the Shabbos is maybe the most special. The Tefer Shlema, the Heiliger Adamsker, he says the pasuk in our Parsha Devarim on Shabbos Chazon, Hashem Lekenu Diber Leinu B'chorav Leimor, Rav Lachem Sheves Bahar Hazeh. The pasuk means that Hashem spoke to us B'chorev. Hashem spoke to us in the destruction. Hashem spoke to us rather at Har Sinai. Chorev is another name for Har Sinai. And what did he say? Rav Lachem Sheves Bahar Hazeh. Moshe Rabbeinu was telling them, it's enough. You've lived here for a year. You've been learning for a year. Nu, Yanuk, move on. Take this Torah and implement it. Take the Torah and apply it. Take the Torah and bring it to the world. You can't hide at the mountain any longer. Rav Lachem Sheves, you've been here long enough. You have to go. You have to move on now. But that's the simple understanding, the simple taich of the pasuk. But the Heilige Tefer Shlema says, read it a little bit differently. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem Elokeinu Diber Eleinu. God spoke to us where? B'chorev. What is B'chorev? God spoke to us B'chorev, B'churban. In a state of Churban, when we are in exile, when we are in destruction, when we are distanced from Hashem, when we feel lost and you're yearning. How? How can we achieve atonement? How can we find forgiveness? How can we feel the confidence to feel Hashem, to submit and surrender, to know that He has our back? He speaks to us B'chorev, even in a state of Churban. And what does He say? Rav Lachem not Sheves, Rav Lachem Shabbos. You have to lean into Shabbos. When we don't have a Beis Hamikdash, when we can't find the Shechina intensely in space, we have to lean into the Shechina intensely in time. And what the Beis Hamikdash did for space, Shabbos does for time. We can feel His presence. We feel that connection. We're uplifted spiritually. We have that neshama yisera. So all these days, we're not shaving, we're not taking haircuts, we're not listening to music. We're feeling the destruction, the devastation. We're mourning the calamity, the tragedy of the past and the suffering in the present. And we wonder, where are you? How could you? We long for that connection. But just like in the Beis Hamikdash, it was a place of 10 daily miracles, and we knew with confidence and comfort there was a Hashem, and everything was by design and for a reason. That same feeling that we got from the Beis Hamikdash, one can get from Shabbos. Shabbos is a place Those who love Hashem, who are waiting for the rebuilding of the Beis HaMikdash, who are waiting for the return of the Matan Nachliel, who are Ovei Hashem Mechakim, who are waiting, what should we do? Sis v'simchu ki mekable Matan Nachliel. Find the simcha of Shabbos, not Rav Lachem Sheves. It's not that you can't wait here or stay here any longer. Rav Lachem Shabbos. Shabbos, lean into Shabbos. Shabbos is this reprieve. Even when Tisha B'Av falls on Shabbos, you could eat and you could drink wine, and until the end of Shabbos, until punkt, the moment that fast starts, not this year, but in a year that Tisha B'Av is on Shabbos, it's still Shabbos. Rav Lachem Shabbos. Lean into Shabbos. Expand your sense of Shabbos. Be invested in Shabbos. Experience the transformation and the redemption of Shabbos. So Chevra, on this Friday, which is not Friday, this Friday is Erev Shabbos. This Shabbos has to be a special Shabbos. Shabbos Chazon, says the Lubliner, the entire Shabbos is Raiva Deraivan. The whole Shabbos is an Eis Ratzon. We don't want to sit on the floor. We don't want to fast. We don't want to cry. We don't want to mourn. We want to finally turn this around. We want to feel love, not hate. We want to feel the presence of our Father, not Him throwing us out of His house. How are we going to do it? Rav Lachem Sheves, Rav Lachem Shabbos. Lean into the Shabbos. Sing and dance and learn and sleep and play and laugh and tell stories. But you have to be prepared. You need an Erev Shabbos to do it. Are you ready? Did you print the 3 for 3? You have 3 Divrei Torah. You have 3 stories. You have 3 provocative questions. Do you know the Zmiros and the tunes and every song that includes the word V'li Yerushalayim in it? Are you ready for the Shabbos? Because this Shabbos Chazon, it's not enough. Rav Lachem Sheves. It has to be a Rav Lachem Shabbos. It has to be a sense of Shabbos. We have to lean into that Shabbos. There's nothing like it. Shabbos is redemption. Shabbos is an Ol Haba. So, yeah, we're going to go back to it. Mashiach doesn't come Motzei Shabbos. We make Havdalah. We're back not only in the 9 days, it's worse now at Shavua Shechalbo, the countdown to Tisha B'Av. But for Shabbos, it's a break in those 9 days. Shabbos, even though there's no music during the week, there's a lot of Zmiros on Shabbos. Shabbos, there is no break. Rav Lachem Shabbos. So friends, Heilige Chevra, this Shabbos, Rav Lachem Shabbos. Lean into this Shabbos. Be uplifted by this Shabbos. Shabbos is special. V'karas l'Shabbos oneg. The Navi tells us, Yeshayahu, v'karas l'Shabbos oneg. It's not just that on Shabbos one calls out and looks for pleasure. V'karas Shabbos itself is oneg. We're depriving ourselves of some of our standard pleasures because we're in a time of mourning and grieving and Eis Churban because it's the 3 weeks, but not Shabbos. The karasa l'Shabbos oneg. You want to get shmak, you want fun, you want to put a smile on your face, you want comfort, you want rest, you want joy. It's Shabbos. And Shabbos is only as good as the prep you put into it. So Rav Lachem Shabbos, Amir Hashem, we observe this Shabbos and next, Chazon and Shabbos Nachamu. Shamar Shtei Shabbos, these 2 Shabboses, Miyad Nigalan. We should be Zocha for Agula Shlema Va'amitis. We should be singing and dancing. We should be turning Friday into Erev Shabbos in Yerushalayim and Mirza Hashem. We're going on break for a few weeks after this, but look forward to seeing you on the other side. Have an